YouTube? What's going on? What's happening? It's your boy King David, the Narc Bully King. What's going on, my Narc Bullies? How y'all doing? How y'all living? Getting out here, just start lifting weights a little bit. Been doing a lot of, cleaning stuff. It's getting closer to the weekend, and I like to clean stuff on the weekend. Trying to get ahead of the schedule, so this weekend I can probably do some other things. Got a little bit extra time. Things looking really good right now. Listen, I appreciate all the support out there, you guys, all my new subscribers, you know what I'm saying, and my old subscribers, my TikTokers that are coming through. I appreciate that as well. You know, the family always comes over and supports, you know what I'm saying. So listen, the videos are doing very well. I'm ahead of schedule. I mean, I didn't really have an expectation because that's the way I like to manifest. I don't like to put expectations on things, but just a broad generalization of just how, I would expect for things to go. I'm a few weeks ahead of schedule. Not that much, but, because I always put, if I am going to put a slight, because you got to have some type of expectation to even do it in the first place, but I always put a super sunny side up expectation, you know what I mean, outcome whenever you see the title. And I want to talk about this because it's not these women's fault. So I just want to talk about it, okay? Now, gentlemen, right now, and Sigma ladies, but I'm heterosexual, so I cannot speak for the ladies, so I mind my business. But look, right now, if you're on top of your game, the pickings are slim. And women are also realizing that, they've been fed a lie. And they're realizing that they want to heal and they don't want to give their bodies out to these garbage ass men. And that's a big bird. Let's go on over there and investigate. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to give their bodies out to these garbage dudes. Because for one, a lot of us had not gone through our ascensions completely yet, and we were in really bad relationships. So again, it's not completely their fault. A lot of us were in relationships doing what good guys do, and it's a little that way now, whatever, doing what good guys do, and they ended up, with a Pookie and a Ray Ray, thinking that, by the standards of what the societal norms are telling them, this should be a good guy. He's a manager at Subway. He has a vehicle, even though it isn't his mother's name and it's co-signed, but he does have a vehicle. And, he's staying somewhere. He's, not homeless, even though he's staying with his mother or his grandmother. He's still staying with someone, right? Even though while you're staying there, you got to live by mom's and grandma's rules. So, you're in there, doing what he has to do, and you feel like you're being, sunned like he's being sunned by his grown man being sunned by his mother. Anyway, now that the ascension has happened and there's some divine masculines. Yeah, you see that big bird right there? Just circling. I don't know what that is. I get out in nature, y'all, and I observe things. If I see a bird in my area that I don't normally recognize, I make mention of it. I got to give my haters something to talk about when they watch my videos, and the people that resonate with me, something to talk about also. Because a lot of people that resonate with me know what birds represent. Anyway, it's getting the sunlight because the ladies also like to see the skin shining. And I'm shining, I'm glowing today. Y'all feeling good. Listen, anyway, these haters, what am I talking about? I can't remember. I got on the subject about, these birds and shining, looking at my own shine threw me off topic, but for a minute, I'm just gonna look at, wow, looking good. Can't help myself. Listen, love yourself regardless of what's being said about you, okay? A lot of it, okay, let's get myself back together. Hang on. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Look, they can't help themselves right now. You know what I'm saying? We're on top of our game. We're doing things like we're supposed to be doing. We just got these horrible relationships, and, they're in these relationships, and they're going back and forth with these pookies, right? But then they're like, hold up now, what's this? Nah, this is too good to be true. So they gaslight you and they hate on you, hoping that you'll. This is what the thing is. They don't want you to be true. That's why a lot of like YouTubers and TikTokers, these females, they take jabs at me and things of that nature. They're obsessed with me. They're actually in love with me. I'm gonna tell you the truth about the matter. They're in love with me in their own little ways, man. They're in love with me in their own little ways. And you know what I'm saying? They can't help themselves because they don't want you to be true. If you are true, then that means that they rushed into relationships and they should have waited and, you know, not accumulated some bodies, you know, so now they got more bodies and they got to figure a way out of their relationships, these horrible situationships. They didn't realize there was such a man out there because they were too busy going off of what the world tells them they should go off of. Oh, make sure he has a job and, you know, make sure he speaks a certain way and he can cheat, you know, just all this stupid stuff. No, man, you know what your instincts are telling you, you know, ladies, of what you want, what you don't want. The same way now that I'm single, I'm letting you ladies know what I'm going to deal with and what I'm not going to deal with. I don't care what you look like. What has it got to do with your soul? What has it got to do with getting to know you? And what has it got to do with what you're going to be like intimately? Because what you look like on the outside has nothing to do with your sexual, you know what I'm saying, I don't even want to use that word, but just, you know, how you're going to perform. Because all that talking that you're doing could mean that you've had a couple Pookie and Ray Rays that could have worn your butt out, man. And you know what I'm saying, you might not really be worth much of anything in that field. So I just, you know, you got to like watch out for the gaslighting. A lot of women are getting intimidated by you, which they shouldn't be. They should just be happy that we're out here, we're making ourselves known now. There's so many different campaigns out there right now, but no woman listens to a woman, so it's like a bunch of online babble. It's just the hurt women that don't have an opportunity with you, period, talking to other hurt women that don't have an opportunity with you, period. But the ones that know that they have an opportunity, they're not listening to these weirdos. And even if they were listening to them, they don't listen to them for a whole hot second, right? Because they're looking for a reason to like you. At this point, you've stood the test of time. They've tested you over and over. They've played mind games. They've tried to goat and bait you into all kind of scenarios, you know, through conversations. And this could be like, you know, friends of your sister or friends of, you know, cousins. This could also be, you know, co-workers. This, if you're creating content, this could be other content creators that are in your field that love to watch your content, and then put you in a proxy relationship. And from this proxy relationship, they feel like they can make recommendations, make suggestions, all these different little weird things, right? And you don't even know nothing about this little ghost relationship they put you in. You'll just be scrolling through and run across a video, and this person will outline you to a T, and then start saying, oh, you should do this, and I don't know why you keep going back to these thoughts, and you gotta cut ties, and hey, why don't you look at yourself? Why don't you ladies turn around and look at why you're single and start taking some of this advice that you're consistently issuing out on a regular basis? You come off like hypocrites. You're all still single and you don't have a man that you're building an empire with. So why in the world are you making recommendations? You're not even taking your own advice. So why would I listen to you? Sit down. No one's listening to you. Why do you think that I can start channels up and they start building? I'm being genuine. I don't get online and just because sometimes, you know, I do get triggered somewhat by these goofy cornballs that like to force their opinions on me. You know, so I'll, you know, put out my information about how I feel about it. But what I'll do is give I'll try to give you guys some type of way to resolve, you know what I'm saying, the kind of situation you're having with these people. Resolution. That's what I meant to say. By the end of the video, I'm not going to just complain. And man, listen, it's hard. Really, honestly, you really got to watch pretty much no kind of content nowadays because most stuff out there is just shady, you know, man or woman on both sides, I guess, you know, only watch, you know, women for the most part. But, you know, the shady content, you know, going back and forth, trying to mask it as something else. You'll be listening to a video, next thing you know it, a woman will start ranting as if she's the next wave of a feminist leader. It's like, what are you talking about? Where did this come from? I thought it was a pick-a card. Like, I thought this was a pick a card read. What are you talking about? You know, you be watching a pick a card read, and the next thing you know it, this woman will start ranting about a bad date or whatever relationship she has got out of, and start talking about men in general as if she's been with every man in the world. It's like, I thought this was a pick a card read. I thought this was a pick a, so is pick a card code for just get on there and rant and rave about whatever, but don't do what the pick a card title says? Like, it has nothing. This chick was ranting, it has nothing to do with the title, and she's just going on and on. Yeah, this guy thinks she's like from London or Europe or something. So I like the accent, but she's like, yeah, this guy thinks he's all this and that, and I have a horrible, you know, European or London person accent, but you know, it was like she was going off and talking about all men and oh, he thinks he's slick and he's money and he did, and just because of that, I'm like, man, this has nothing to do with the pick a card. You know, you just lured me in it. So it's just like, come on, man, if you're gonna rant and rave, then don't title it a pick a card video. Title it like everybody else and rant and rave, whatever. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is this, man. Right now, the women that like you the most will be the ones hating on you the most. I'm just going to be honest with you. The ones that like you and watch you the most are the ones hating on you the most. And they don't recognize hate because they're used to listen. Sis, listen. Women are used to getting advice from other women, and they listen to that stuff. Men don't do that. We rarely go to our friends for advice, and when we get advice, we take little bits and pieces out of it. We don't take anything whole value because we don't know why the person's saying whatever they're saying. Man, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, but women do that stuff. So when y'all are online and you're watching my content, a lot of y'all make recommendations really wholeheartedly trying to help me out, but I don't want your help. And I didn't ask for it. See, you're projecting onto me like you do with your friends and your friends do to you, but I'm a man and we don't like that kind of shit. So when you start projecting onto me and making recommendations, I start thinking, well, who asked you? And I ain't trying to date you. I don't even know who you are until you pop up in my feed. So obviously you're watching me more than I'm watching you. So whatever you're saying to me, evidently you're just projecting because it's enough to get you over this way. It's just like when, you know, you'll, I was watching another pick a card read the other day, and I mean, she was decent or whatever, but they're shady as shit. Like, she was like, yeah, women are wondering right now, you know, it seems like you're just kind of, you know, just being single and exploring being single and possibly exploring your sexuality and, but like hitting around to some, you know, you know, homosexual stuff. Listen, man, let me tell you something. When they start doing goofy stuff like that, understand this. When they talk like that, think about this. They're watching someone on a regular basis, right? So you're going to try to say something like, yeah, you know, women are wondering if you're X, Y, and Z. Well, why would you be watching a down low dude? Right? Like, what's wrong with you? You don't know how to indicate, or your body don't know how to indicate to you what a straight man is, and, you know, just by your nature, you should be able to do that, right? Which you do. You do. You know what I'm saying, an LGBTQ community guy most of the time when you see him. You know, a lot of you guys will let that shit go a little bit, just if he's in your face or whatever. You know when a dude's a little bit soft, and you know when a dude's not. And you know that dude is not soft when you watch him on a regular basis. You're just trying to find a different kind of way to gaslight him, because I don't dress like, you know, society, or, you know, move in a way that society tells you to. So you want to try to use that societal structure against me as if it means anything to me, which it doesn't. It doesn't. So when I hear someone trying to question what I've already mentioned multiple times, I know you're gaslighting. On top of knowing that you're gaslighting, you know, I'm thinking to myself, well, by your own metric, that means that you like to watch homosexual men and down low men. I mean, by your own metric, right? You're watching them on a regular basis, and you're saying, oh, well, you know, women are trying to figure out. No, listen, I tell you guys this all the time. Whenever y'all try to say they, you mean you. You can't speak for all women. You're speaking for yourself. You're not tapped into God, because a lot of you women are saying some real, you know what I'm saying, hateful things, and God doesn't speak like that. That is, you know what I'm saying, your words from your brain. That's it, okay? Your words from your brain, and your words from your brain out of your body, you are held accountable for. This whole thing, don't shoot the messenger. There's even males saying that. You do know that that is a female tactic to get out of accountability and responsibility. If I am a tarot reader and I can pick and choose the words that come through whenever I'm channeling, then if you're a low vibrational creature and can't do nothing but channel low vibrational back and forth narratives from exes and exes from over a year ago, well, you need to let people know that kind of stuff. Because if you're not letting people know that kind of stuff, well, somebody needs to let them know, because you don't need to be talking about all that goofy stuff all the time, or making videos talking about women, or wondering what kind of woman would be watching a video or watching videos of a man that she really believes like men. Just a logical, standpoint of things. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It just seems like another woman's shaming language whenever she can't get what she wants and she's not able to get the information because you're not, posting up enough or giving them enough. So they want to gaslight you into hopefully giving more information. Nah, fool. I just see the stupid things you say and I annotate you as a fool. And anybody that talks like you, they're a fool too. You're an archetype of a fool, a certain kind of fool that likes to, try to manipulate situations while still being manless and single and not in a married situation. I mean, that's all I have to do. Now, if you're a married woman and you're speaking reckless like this or whatever, I will actually think about whatever you say a little bit, because, you have a man, and if you have a man, then you have to have somebody at your home that some of this reckless kind of thinking and speaking gets ran by, so it's filtered a little bit. But whenever it's a manless woman, women will say whatever. That's their weapon, right? A woman's weapon is to say whatever to get their point across. They're not going to physically do nothing. They're not built for that, right? They're not made for that. That's what men are normally made for. And a man has to use a lot of, self-control whenever he's talking to another man to make sure he doesn't get physical with another man. Just like women have to use self-control when they're talking to another woman, not to get too mouthy to another woman. That's just what they do. So as a man, I just don't want to hear all that mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you think. I don't keep thinking things, keep trying to go. Your mental capacity is not broad enough, wide enough, and your DNA is not old enough for a lot of you people that keep coming at me. Your ancestral DNA is probably only about 6,000, 7,000 years old, whereas my ancestral DNA has been here since the beginning of time, millennia ago. So while I'm triggering your ancestral DNA, because we're all getting DNA activated right now, so while I'm triggering your ancestral DNA that was used to doing things to my people a few hundred years ago, my ancestral DNA is being triggered from millennia ago, building and constructing things that are being used now and also hidden from people all over the place. So let's not, you know what I mean? So a lot of you guys, ladies, a lot of you, I dismiss you automatically because there are DNA and DEA activations going on. And a lot of you ethnic groups, I don't know what part of your DNA is being activated, and it might be the part that can't stand people that look like me. Okay, so I automatically will, discredit anything you're saying and just charge it to the game. So, and I don't mean that in any hateful kind of way, but a lot of women will have a lot of opinion about me, and I don't look like their dad or any man of means to make any change in this country. And it's baffling to me. Like, why would this, for example, Caucasian woman or whatever, have a problem with me? Why is she consistently trying to find different ways to articulate problems with me? Well, DNA is being activated, and I guess her ancestors' DNA, the kind that she don't want to really talk about, is being activated, and they can't stand looking at my black ass, being well-spoken and free. And it bothers her possibly that she has to work. I don't know. See, I don't go down that rabbit hole. That's why I just go ahead and say it's very few women that I'll, even acknowledge their critiques. You got to be married and you have to be a woman of a certain ethnic group because, again, black men have the least power in the world to do anything. We are the most bullied upon because every group likes to pick on us because, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's been trying to make sure they keep us down, even turning our women against us. and using them to oppress us. But it's all good, you know what I mean? It makes no difference. We're coming up out of that train of thought through, finding God and love, and women are coming back to understanding and love their man and not allowing, the social constructs to tell them to be against their man when there's no reason to be against your man, when there's never been no divide with you and your man. We never had problems like that before, what, the 70s or whatever, or the 80s. Black families were married, at percentages above 70%, and then, welfare and the prison system and different ways to make sure that the black man is always put down. They found different kind of ways to make it easy to just jump on the bandwagon and continue to kick a man while he's down. And then now you're allowing other ethnic groups to jump in and kick a man while he's down. And I'm noticing it. I'm like, well, Arab lady, or, Puerto Rican lady, or, European lady. I'm not the guy that is causing you any problems. And I'm also not the demographic of men that's, rules in this country. So what are you? Oh, you're punching down. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, listen, you automatically get discredited because I'm not your ethnic group. And I'm tired of this, when it's convenient for y'all, it's, hey, let's all put everybody in a pot, and women, let's all come together. But when it comes down to certain things within those women groups, it's not about coming together. It's not about coming together at all. What it's about is getting what you can get for your group. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll move on in silence while leaving the other groups excluded, or getting jobs based off of certain, features that other people can't. We all know how the system works. So again, don't play with me when you're a woman of another ethnic group and I don't do nothing to you, and a black man do nothing to you. Even if you try to pull, well, in my area, black men are committing crimes, that is your demographic in a location that you live in where it's probably primarily black people living there. So the people going to be committing the crimes are going to be the people mostly living there. Stop playing with numbers with me. Stop trying to find a reason to come over here and be a bigot or racist or whatever. I have nothing to do with you groups. So whenever you're online and trying to end a window or whatever, you might want to watch what you're doing, because I'm the kind of guy that's able to rally people together. And I will bring insight to what you're doing, and it might end up being a thing where we start breaking down why different groups of women that we have nothing to do with are always in our business. And why are they always having something to say? You have your own group of men that's causing problems for everybody. So, not to just include yourselves, why are you consistently worried about some black man online minding his own business? See, this is what I look at. You want me to look at you're a woman? No. I'm not even the kind of man you would date. If I were to look at your past 2 or 3 boyfriends, they probably like Brad or Brady. So why in the world are you even worried about my black ass? Oh, there's something else there. See, that's what I got to look at. And that's what you need to be looking at. Pay attention to the demographic of people that have a problem with you. Don't just let it be a problem with you because everybody has a problem with you and they're all jumping on the bandwagon. No. I'll break it down. What group of people have a problem with me? What reason for? If I see a whole bunch of Caucasian ladies having a problem with me and I don't have nothing to do with Caucasian women, I'm going to say something about it. It doesn't make any sense to me. No one should have any problem with me unless it's the demographic of people that I know, or people that I can actually, cause problems with or whatever. If I can't cause you any problems and you're constantly finding problems with me, then you have your own agenda going on at the moment, right? You have your own agenda going on, and whatever agenda you have going on, you might want to make sure you exclude me, because I'm the kind of person where, when I move and I say things, I make waves. And it's not a bright idea to come over here and be like, oh, it's a black guy by himself. I'm never by myself. God has given me everything I need in this vessel to be able to get people to want to come together, and do whatever we need to do to take down any kind of bullying. Don't bring your butts over here trying to critique me and shade me in your goofy videos, because when I start doing my reaction videos, I'm gonna break it down, not just by what you're saying. I'm gonna break it down by race. I'm gonna break it down. Why would this woman have a problem? Why is this woman feeling so comfortable to just get online and attack a black man that she never would date? That a black man that don't look like nobody in her family. Why is she so comfortable doing this? It's not a bright idea to be doing things just because, you know, everybody seems kind of slow and sleep. I'm not sleep, and I'm far from slow. And I will start, you know, getting people together. If part of getting people together is people recognizing when people are bigots or racists trying to hide behind agendas, you know, then that's part of it. But you're not going to get away with trying to bully me online. Lady, people, you know, women out there of different ethnic groups that have problems with me, I work for the White House. You don't think I know how to build a campaign? You don't think I know how to speak to people in a way that can get them to, you know what I'm saying, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, collaborate, you know, over a common cause. Like, you know what? Yeah, I think I do have a whole bunch of, you know, unnecessary European ladies making a lot of shady comments and things of that nature. Or I do have a whole lot of European ladies saying that, you know, maybe I'm talking a little bit too loud, even though that's the way, you know, Black American people are. So if that's our culture, why is that a problem for you? Maybe your culture and your ethnic group, whispering and talking soft is the way that y'all like to talk. Okay, well, what does that mean? Does talking loud automatically mean aggressive? No, it doesn't, because we all know certain groups of people would smile in your face and talk softly and destroy entire tribes and groups of people in the middle of the night. So talking softly means absolutely nothing. Talking softly makes you feel comfortable because that's the way you like to speak, and I'm not oppressed. I can speak any kind of way I want to. If that makes you uncomfortable, then you should keep it trucking, because last I checked, this is a free country and I'm a free man. So don't tell me how to speak. Don't tell me that I'm being too aggressive. Don't tell me that I'm being too loud. Don't tell me that I'm moving the wrong kind of way. I'm not even the ethnic group of man that you like to date, so what are you even speaking about? What are you even talking about? What are you projecting onto me? Nonsense and babble, hoping to get just random women behind you. Well, listen, we're going to start breaking these women down by groups. And if groups of women that don't have nothing to do with other groups of people want to join your campaign and look like a fool, then they can do that kind of stuff. But they might not want to do that. They might want to make sure they seem race neutral. And they might want to back off from picking on a Black man that's raising his son by himself. All these different backhanded, this is why, the reason why I'm making this video, I'm letting you guys know what angle I'm going to use when I do my reaction video on you spiritual people. So when I told you I'm going to end your careers, I mean I'm trying to end your careers. When I tell you don't come over here throwing rocks at some dude because it seemed like he's an easy target, man, I got everybody behind me. Don't you see my DNA? Don't you see it coming out right now? And you thought it's an easy target? Nah. Now I got some more campaigning to do to work on what some of these Black women are saying, but I'll figure out something. But for all other ethnic groups, I have nothing to do with you. I am not the group of men in this country that make change. So I'm trying to figure out, other than one reason, why you have a problem with me. Make it make sense. These are going to be the things that I mention whenever I can completely tell that someone is trying to describe me, especially in your video when you say you're a dark-skinned guy. You don't talk about somebody being a dark-skinned guy and then you start bashing him and you're a Caucasian woman. Whew, that don't look good. That don't look good. But see, you're so used to getting online and running your mouths without no checks and balances that you're able to get on here and vent about whatever you see that bothers you. No, 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 no. No, ma'am. No. You get on here and talk about a Black man, you better be some type of way Black. You get on here and talk about a Caucasian woman, you better be some kind of way Caucasian. Or at least have a history of dating Caucasian women, got mixed kids or something. You are not going to get on here and start conflating things and acting like race don't mean nothing, and then you get in the reality of the real world, race do mean something. No, 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 no. It's peace, love, and light, but it's also recognizing the differences out there so we can do something about it and not trying to get women all together as if all women have the same problems. Get up out of here. Mexican women have a different kind of problem than other women in this country that just go across the border, right? Black women have a different kind of problem than other women in this country. Caucasian women have a different kind of problem, whatever it is, than other women in this country, right? So what we're not going to do is sit here and let you guys that don't have a man and have no, you know what I'm saying, ability to get one, get on here and just attack, black men for no reason. For no reason. No, what I'm going to do is start identifying. You hear the birds chirping. I'm going to start identifying you bigots and stuff on here that are just doing stuff and being all willy-nilly. Oh, there's no checks and balances. Oh, no, the checks and balances is here. You can call me the Eric Hayes or Eric Mays. That's what it's, Eric Mays of the spiritual community. I want law and order. Mind your business that pays you. Keep my name up out your mouth if you're not in the demographic that has the ability and the right to be able to talk about me. Don't innuendo about me, especially if you mention dark skin and you're not a dark skinned person. You will get cooked up. You will get made to be shown what you really are. And it's going to really be bad for you because it's going to have your video in my video, but clipped up enough to where I cannot be copyrighted. Okay? So the games are over. If you think I was playing about making reaction videos to you clowns, I'm not playing. Some of the soft dudes out there are doing it too. I'm gonna get those soft ass dudes too. But when I get those dudes, I'm gonna really go with those dudes because they're males. And males will get cooked accordingly. There will be no softness to it. The ladies, there'll be somewhat softness to it, but my words are gonna sting. They're gonna sting. So start moving and acting like you have some sense. Move and act like this is a business. And you're not on here and you're not allowed to just get on here, watch people's content, and then just start running your mouth and discriminating and, talking junk about another ethnic group and all this kind of crap. You can't sit there and say dark-skinned guy, mention curly hair and all. You're basically describing a black man, and then you're going to go in on him. When do we start being able to do that? When do we start being able to do that? Also, since you don't say black guy, the description of the black guy is okay, but man, get up out of here. Oh, well, no, I mean like a dark-skinned Jewish guy. Where you see a dark-skinned, girl, get up out of here. Listen, checks and balances, right? Would you go around, let me tell you something. This is how you know you're wrong, right? This is why you know you're wrong, ladies. Caucasian ladies and other ladies. If you can't speak whatever you're saying out in public, if you can't stand in a grocery line and describe a man like that and then talk about him, you know you're wrong. If you can stand in the grocery line and be like, yeah, this, dark-skinned, curly-haired male, of some kind of ethnic descent, yeah, this kind of guy runs around and acts like this and thinks he's that and da-da-da-da. Man, if you was somewhere, they'd be like, what problem you got with that black dude? Is he doing anything to you? Well, no, but I just want to look out for women. And what women? He's not doing nothing to you. What women? For what reason? You see how it starts falling apart? You see why I say watch your mouths? Y'all make money on here. You influence people on here. And you're reckless. You're starting campaigns and don't even know it. See, there's a lot of traumatized women on here. And when you run your mouth like that and talk against another black man, when black women have enough problems, getting along with black men, and there's another ethnic group doing it, nah, you're being messy. You're being messy. So we're going to go ahead and get some checks and balances out here. I'm just tired of seeing it, man. Like I've said, when black women come at me a little bit, it's a little bit different. And, I normally, because I don't care what you say, every ethnic group has a certain way we talk to each other. Everyone does. The problem is most black people, we air our laundry out and everybody can see it and everybody got an opinion on it, whereas every other ethnic group keeps it to themselves, don't say nothing. Well, you know what? This 2023, man, you know what it's about. It's about, lifting the veil. There is no more keeping it in the house and black people being the only ones airing out there. Nah. See, things have gotten so polarized to where y'all think it's okay to just attack a black man through, your social media bully platforms, and describe him without saying black, and then be attacking him and knowing that he's not even the kind of guy you would date. He don't look like your kid. He don't look like your dad. He don't look like your grandparent or nothing. So where and when were we able to start doing that in modern times? We're not. So you're going to get called out on that. And I'm telling you right now, ladies, you don't want to be on the other end of being called a bigot or a racist. I'm telling you that right now. And you know how y'all run from that anyway. You don't want to have a black man that's credible calling you that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna back it up with a bunch of your own information, because there's no reason for you to be out here having any kind of videos targeting me, and I have nothing to do with you. I have nothing to do with you. If black men were the kind of men in this country that were actually making laws and stuff, I could somewhat, we don't make shit. What are you talking about? Another black man will get beat up and killed by the police probably before I get off this live. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No. No. So I'm just going to put this information out, and it's narcissism. And this is part of the reason I'm putting it out, because y'all know about my ex. You know about my ex, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really big on bigots and racists now. I'm really big on that, man. I'm not going to let y'all hide, you know what I'm saying, your hand, throw rocks and hide your hands. You know, no, just by not saying the words directly. We need for stuff and heat to be brought to these kind of people so they can go back to their caves, go back to just, you know, putting out content within, you know, the realm that they're supposed to, and stop stepping outside of their boundary and doing things that are super messy, right? Because if I got on here and I started doing pick of cards and I started describing European people, man, my channel is going to get shut down real quick. But you can get on here and talk about people of a certain ethnic group and not have to really worry about there being any consequences or repercussions. So we're going to change that up. We're going to change that up. But let me be done here, man. There's a bunch of people out here with cameras and stuff. I don't know what the hell these people are doing, and I don't like being around anybody recording stuff without my consent, and I might be in it. So I'm gonna get off of here, get back in the house. I'll record from the office, because like I told y'all, people do a whole lot of stuff when I be out here, and I don't like all that movement around me. Pay attention to everything around you, right? Anybody and everybody. If I see somebody set up a camera to record nature or whatever they're trying to claim that they're doing, I didn't notice them doing that a couple months ago or a month ago. Watch everything. Let them think that you're not paying attention, but watch everything. If it seems weird and you start noticing people watching you, and you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna watch me. Watch me on my YouTube channel. Give me the views. Watch me on YouTube channel. You ain't gonna slide up on me and watch me. Mind your business. Watch your ass. You know what I'm saying? Can't stand it when somebody thinks they slicker than me. Who ain't slicker than me? Gotta be quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that. You ain't slicker than me. You don't wanna watch me and stuff. Watch your ass. Shoot. I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna go in my office, man, before I cut up or ride my motorcycle or something. She looking good. Covered in some grass, you know what I'm saying? I cut the grass or whatever, but whoo, whoo. Yeah, baby, I like it like that, like it like that. I like it like that, like that. I like it like that. Hey, man, I'm having a blast. I'm about to have a blast. I'm probably gonna ride this bike while it's hot. I might do it with no shirt on. You know what I'm saying? If they want to watch, let them watch. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let them watch. Put a helmet on. I'm gonna ride around the block with no shirt on. You wanna watch? I'll give you something to watch. Peace, love, and light. Remember, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button, you guys. You know, the more you hit the like button, we spread through the algorithm, and we're able to catch other narc bullies and bring them into the soul tribe. And as a community, we're able to get the information I'm putting out, which will open up certain, you know, sectors of your conscious, which you'll be thinking like, okay, he got a point. And then you'll start thinking that way, and then you'll start being able to articulate the way you want to talk to these people your own kind of way, because you've unlocked another part of your consciousness now, and you can do what you got to do instead of sitting there wondering, something don't feel right. I just don't like this. Well, now you know why it don't feel right. Articulate it however you want to. You might not be, you know what I'm saying, as cruel as I am when I articulate things. You might, you know, want to do it a little bit softer, but get the same point across. I'm not going to sit here and let you push agendas and campaigns and I can see beyond the veil. You have no business talking like that. And if you can't speak the way you speak without being checked in public, because somebody would check you in public, then somebody needs to be able to check you on this fake public thing, right? They're trying to make internet the reality, right? All right, well, we need to be having some checks and balances on the fake reality of the internet. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to be that guy. They're going to be real scared to say my name, but also other people that come to me and be like, yeah, they're bullying me online, these spiritualists and these readers. Oh, which ones? Give me the list. All right, I'll cook them up real good. I'll cook them up real good.